In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a fully functioning Shopify store in under 30 minutes, even if you've never touched Shopify before. A lot of you might be like, oh, why should I even trust Ray? Is Ray even legit? Right here in front of you, I'm just going to refresh this for you guys. Right there, boom, that is 230,000 in the last 30 days. So I know a thing or two. Essentially, every time I go to sleep, I have dreams about Shopify, meta ads, clothing brands, everything. I live and breathe this on a day-to-day basis, so I definitely know what I'm doing. Now, me personally, I like using Shopify because it's one of the best platforms out there when it comes to e-commerce or starting any type of online store. Plus, all the other platforms are, I'm sorry, but if you do want to start a Shopify account, get a free trial, I have a link in my description. You could go start an account. Anyways, like I was saying, you do not want to overcomplicate it. It is very simple. When you simplify everything, the easier shit gets. When you start overcomplicating it, it gets harder. Remember that. So when I built my first Shopify store, it took me 3 weeks to actually figure it out properly. I was going through all the wrong bullshit tutorials where they were trying to sell me a fucking mentorship or a course. By the way, we don't do that here. We don't sell no mentorships or courses, so enjoy that. Now let's jump into the exact step-by-step on how Shopify works and how you're going to launch your first store. All right, cool. Once you click the link in the description, this is what the screen's going to look like. It'll give you 3 days of Shopify for free and then $1 for 3 months. Now, once you start your free trial, this is what the actual homepage looks like. It's pretty simple, straight to the point. First thing you want to do is click on settings, go on general, and now you want to just start filling out all your information here. So you click edit, change your store name, put in your email, whatever the case might be. If you want to accept payments in USD, change this. Pretty simple, straight to the point. Scrolling down, you don't really need to edit too much here. Honestly, you just leave this as is. Now, next step is going on Shopify payments. All you got to do is click complete account setup and then honestly pick what you want. I'm not going to sit here and do that for you. This is pretty easy to figure out if you have a brain cell or two. So very easy. Make sure you set up your Shopify payments or you're not going to get paid. Now, this is the part that people fuck up the most. So you want to just click X off that. See this option right here called markets. A lot of people just leave their home market on and then they don't even turn on the international. And then they're like, oh, why am I not getting any international sales? So this is how you set it up. All you got to do is click US market right here because I'm not in the US right now. Click save. Boom. Pretty simple, straight to the point. Now you could set up Europe as well too, but if you don't want to bother doing that, you could just do a full international one. So you just type in INT, select all countries right here, click done, and click save right here. Boom. Very simple, straight to the point. Now you have an international market set up. Now let's set up the actual shipping. So all you got to do is click settings right here. Boom, that loads in. Go on shipping and delivery. Click this. Once you load in, I deleted all the zones to make it a lot easier for you guys. So click add shipping zone. Let's say USA. Search up United States. And then click that. Click done. Boom, click save. Then all you want to do is click add shipping zone. Let's name it INT. All you got to do is make all of them small and then click on all these. Click done right there. Once that's done, now you want to actually set up the shipping rate. So for shipping rates, what I like to use is the flat rate right here for US. Now, if the US is your home country, you want to be able to provide free shipping. So what you could do is just add the actual shipping cost / label cost into the actual product cost. So you're not doing paid shipping because when you do start charging for shipping, it is known to drop your conversion rate. I'll explain what that is in a little bit, but that just means a lot of people might add to cart, they might check out, but they'll probably bounce off. And don't mind my cat right there. He's trying to climb up for some reason. But yeah. Now, what I've noticed that helps a lot with conversions is just using the flat rate and then use any of the rates that they provide. So it could be economy, express, whatever the case is. Just use any of those. Click done right here and you just click save and you just saved it for the US. Now for international, what you want to do is use a carrier rate because the shipping label is going to be a lot more expensive because if you're shipping from your home country to another country, you're going to end up paying a lot more. Now, whenever the screen opens up, pick any of the ones you like and then I usually like selecting all the options. You can select any, to be honest. Click done right here and click save. Your shipping's all set up and good to go. Now let's jump into another problem I noticed with beginner stores. They do not have a proper domain. They have a myshopify.com domain. You do not want to do that. That's going to kill your conversions. It doesn't look professional and just looks like absolute shit. Anyways, you click domains right here. Boom. Click buy new domain and then just type out whatever you want. So let's just say hoodie cat man and then you search. You let it search. Let it do its thing. It's going to look for a good domain. And there we go. Hoodiecatman.com is available. So you just buy it and it's like 16 bucks a year. Most of them are like to 11 bucks a year. It just varies. Pretty cheap, but make sure you have a domain. Next, once that's set up, all you want to do is click policies right here at the bottom and make sure you fill all these out. Now, if you click right here, you can insert a template and then you just copy it, put it into ChatGPT and ask it to tweak it. Policies are important because guess what? If someone's not happy with their purchase or someone's swiping their card, scamming and doing things you don't want them to do to your store, you're going to get chargebacks, you're going to get disputes. How do you win those? By having good policies. So make sure you have all your policies updated. Now, next thing I want you guys to do is click on general right here, scroll down and you see brand right here, click that, and then upload all your logos, add whatever colors you want to add, just upload everything. You put a brand slogan, description, and then your social links as well. The reason I say do this is because when you do start working on your Shopify website, it automatically updates on there. It'll save you a lot of time. All right, next step is adding a product. On the left, it says products right here. This is where you go add all your products that you're gonna sell. So it's fairly simple. All you click is add product, cat hoodie. Let's name it that, cat hoodie. Description, you got to be good at copywriting. You have to copyright based off the audience you're going to sell to. So sit down, do a client avatar, figure out who you're about to sell to, what type of people they are. Once you're done copywriting, here's the media. You just upload your images for whatever product you're selling. Pretty simple. Now you click this and then you could pick whatever the fuck you're selling here as well. It just tracked hoodie automatically. So I guess we'll do that. And you just want to click save. Once you click save you want to scroll down. This is how you set up a price, but let's say you want to set up different types of variants like size, colors, etc. Click variants right here. Let's say you do size, and then let's say your sizes are small, medium, large, and 3XS, and even 6XL. Click done. That'll set up your sizes. You got to keep clicking save or you're going to lose all your work, so keep that in mind. Once that saves right there, you want to click variant right here. Click bulk edit and then turn on compare price. Once you turn on the columns, you can edit a lot of things. And there's this cool thing for pre-order is continue selling when out of stock. So if you turn on that option, you don't have to actually put any type of stock in. It's personal preference. Now for the actual price, let's say you're selling a cat hoodie for 45 bucks and you want to show a cutoff price, like a discount going on. So we'll say the original price was what? 90 bucks, and it'll show up as 50% off. So it's a little finesse you could run. Now, once your product is set up, you want to go on collections, right? Oh my gosh, Shopify dinging right now. Anyways, once your product's set up, you want to click on collections right here. Now, let's say you are selling a variety of products. Let's say you sell clothes or whatever the case might be. You could have different collections for hoodies, shirts, whatever the case might be. You can make any type of collection. So you could just rename it to, since we just have one product, we'll just do all products and click save. And then you update that. Now, one more cool thing you could do as well is click content right here. And if you want to change up the main menu, the burger option that comes on the website, you edit that through here. So you could just click edit. You could put any type of link. So like I mentioned, remember, if you want to show different types of collections, all you got to do is click add menu item. Let's go collections. Nope. Let's do all products right here. Drag that right under there and it'll go into another menu. And you label it cat hoodie. Click save right there. Simple, straight to the point, like literally nothing else. Now, this is the actual analytics page. If you guys do want a video on how to actually sit down and learn how to read the actual Shopify analytics when you start getting traffic and people buying your products, comment down. I got you. I'll make a video on that as well. Now, this is a very crucial step. So once you click online store right here, it'll pop up these options. So what you want to do is click preferences right here. Now, this is for your actual SEO, search engine optimization. It'll show your actual website on top of a lot of other websites. So scrolling down, make sure you add an image right here. Could be your logo or a fire aesthetic image. Make sure you put a homepage title for the actual brand or whatever your company is called, and then meta description. Make sure it's 320 characters. You could put it in ChatGPT and ask it to write you a meta description for whatever niche you're in, whatever your company values are, blah, 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 and tell it 320 characters. That's it. Now for the actual web design part where people think, oh, I need to know how to code or it's overcomplicated. No, it's very easy, simple, straight to the point. Two ways you could go about it. If you scroll down here, click visit theme store, click free right here. You got a shit ton of themes and you could just click newest. The best ones I've noticed that work really well are Fabrics, this one, Saver, and which one was it? I think it's called Horizon. I think they already uploaded it to my store right here. Yep, Horizon's a really good one. Or you could go purchase a theme as well. I have a theme. I think I'm going to take it off soon, but it's limited time. It's a simple streetwear theme. You could go get that. It's in the description, so if you want to go get that, you get it. Now, if you noticed, I made myself smaller and put myself in the corner for a reason. You're about to find out why. You click Edit Theme right here. Now, this is a crucial step when you're a beginner. You have to remember this. On the top right, you see how it says desktop and mobile? My biggest mistake was editing in desktop when I first started out. 80 to, well, not even 80, I'd say 90 to 95% of people purchase on their phones. Everyone's on their phone. So click in mobile, make it a habit. Always edit in mobile. Now, when it comes to actually making the website, it's fairly easy. So if you go in theme settings, if you already updated your logo, favicon, and the actual brand thing, it'll automatically update here. Colors, you could play around with any type of color scheme you want. This is for the actual font, so you could research luxury fonts or fonts that actually, together. You could do a duo font. Animations, personal preference. If you want your website to load quicker, you could turn them off. Scrolling down, buttons, fairly simple. If you want to make them like sharp, or you could play around with it like that. You know what I mean? Cart, usually recommend doing a cart drawer. So auto opens cart drawer. So whenever someone adds a product to cart, it'll have a drawer. Page I've tested, it's 50 majority of the time. The actual cart drawers convert a lot better. All this is pretty simple, straight to the point, really not much else to it. Shopify apps is going to be another video, and hopping into that actual header right here, homepage. So you have all these options. It might look very confusing when you're a beginner. You'll be like, who's this? That's why I tell people, play around with it, practice. Announcement bars up here. You could put free shipping or any type of offer you got going on. Header is this. Remember the 3 lines I was telling you about? You click those, boom, it says cat hoodie right there. Then you scroll down. This is your actual hero image. So usually you want to start off your website with a nice aesthetic hero image, showcase your products, collections, whatever the case might be. This is a video for beginners, by the way. This is not an in-depth tutorial, so this is for newer people. Keep that in mind. When you click add section, you have all these different options. That's why I said when you're first starting out, if I were you, I'd add every single option. So let's say I add this. Where'd it go? There it is. On the top right, it gives you more options to edit. I will play around with every single thing and just get myself just used to the actual Shopify UI. Once you get used to that, everything gets 10 times easier. Next, footer matters a lot. You can change the color scheme if you want to. Boom, make that dark. Just play around with it, to be honest. It's really simple. Now at the top, you see homepage right here. This is where you can actually edit products. If you go on default product, same thing. There's your product page. So if you click template right here, you could add images, reviews, FAQs, whatever you want to. Like I mentioned, this video is mainly to teach you how to actually learn how to get used to the Shopify UI. But anyways, like I said, go through all these pages, get yourself familiar, just get familiar with how this works, because it's going to help out in the long run. I'm going to be making a lot more detailed tutorials, but just based off this is what I would tell y'all. Get comfortable with how the actual Shopify UI works, because that's going to allow you to actually build out proper websites rather than sitting down watching bullshit tutorials and being like, oh, I don't understand it. Get used to it first. That's what's going to help. Now, if you do want more tutorials when it comes to websites, how to actually set up products, copywriting, whatever the case might be, comment down. I got you. You got to bless me the engagement, because guess what? I sell no course, no mentorship, nothing. It's all for free. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're just starting out, remember, stop overcomplicating shit. It is not that hard. And do not give up even after your first 30 days or not even seeing a sale. It took me a very long time to see my first sale in my stores, so fuck would you give up? Anyways, lock the fuck in. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like, comment, sub.